Hello and welcome to our book club. So I am Dr. Rahman Beckwith, and I integrate positive psychology and spirituality to create unique approaches to wellness. And I decided to share with you a really fun study that we can do on my latest book, Falling in Love with God. And this will delve into some really amazing issues of the soul, of happiness, of spirituality. And we will pose questions, we will reflect together. And so I am so excited to have you here. And if you can do these videos in order, there will be a series going through each chapter, which obviously you can get this book on my website and on Amazon. And there are many formats. And anyway, I'll try to leave a link to that. But let's get into it. This is the beginning of the book. Some really vital questions we start off with in the intro and chapter 1. So let's get into that. And then let's just have fun together and explore universal questions. So, by the way, this is a little bit of a spoiler because as we go through each chapter, we will be touching on some of what has happened. So obviously, if you can get the book and read it in advance, that will prevent any surprises from being revealed. But anyway, let's get into it. So, falling in love with God. We start off in the intro right away with some big questions about life. And I will try to possibly leave the questions linked in the discussion box below, but they're also in the book, and you can sort of ponder and reflect upon them along with me in the video, write them down, just think about them. Basically, we start off with the author, myself, asking, what is real love? So what does real love look like? And this is an important question, as you see, again, spoiler alert, but right away, the author is going to be addressing, or rather, the main character is going to be addressing how she's dealing with heartbreak. So the question of what love is at the fundamental sort of human nature and character. It's for us to ask, what is love? What is real love? And that is what this book aims to get at. So the book says, we have sort of, in the introduction, we talk about the ways that love has been idolized, the way that we try to have romantic love fill this void inside of us. And the question I would pose here is, do you have a void that you like to fill? Do you want to fill it with romantic love? Do you fill it with food or shopping or working or addictions or habits? Many people, in lieu of connecting with their divine self, their source, and their soul, they look outside of themselves, and romantic love has sort of been held up as one of the ways to fulfill that inner need. But if we're aware, then we can avoid this trap of trying to fill with external things, right? So the question is, what is real love? And do you personally have a void that you are trying to fill? Third, do you currently have a relationship with the divine? Whatever that means to you, this book is actually really respectful of the various traditions. Our character goes through many different spiritual tools from different traditions. So whatever this word, this creator, source, divine, God, whatever that is to you, do you have a really loving, interactive, fulfilling relationship with that now, prior to the book? So this is sort of a little pre-interview for before you read the whole thing and get into the practices and the reflections. What is it like now in your relationship with that source that is within you and all around you? So, next question that we bring up in this is, do you have spiritual practices that support this relationship, this connection? So we'll see, again, the character will have so many practices that she does, and we will each week go through those together. But currently, what do you do to connect, to feel that fullness and that love and that divine connection within you? So let me have a little drink of coffee here. Iced coffee. Fun, fun, fun. All right. So, next question. Thus far, what have been your results with your method of trying to connect? Do you feel deep feeling, deep connection, wholeness, fullness? When you do your practices, does it stick? Or if not, don't worry. Obviously, in this book study, we will develop ourselves more, hopefully, together. And of course, I have so many videos on YouTube with meditations, and people often feel this divine presence when they do those. So don't despair if you haven't felt that connection, that wholeness. But that is the question: is so far, thus far, have you felt the results of doing these deep spiritual practices? So, all right. So, chapter one, that was sort of the introduction, some heavy questions to start off with. You can reflect upon them, journal upon them, whatever you want. Pause the video, do what you need to, refer to the book, whatever. Chapter one, our character is disappointed. Okay, spoiler alert. We start off with human love disappointing. Okay, and how many people have this where people are just not showing up as this wonderful, perfect love because they're human, right? Humans are not necessarily perfected beings, and so we give them grace, right? And we just look to the divine, look to the divine love to fulfill us because that's where we can get it, right? So, so basically, the divine shows up for our character when she is disappointed. Um, and there's just the wafting of music, of lyrics, signs come, and there are books and movies and things that come to mind, even videos like this, where the divine is showing up and our character is reminded of saints, of mystics. So the question is basically, where is the divine showing up for you? Like, where are you getting these reminders in your life? It could be nature, a beautiful rose blooming. It could be, like I said, a video where someone is talking to you about the divine, about divine love. Song lyrics that have some sweetness, some love of the divine. Different spiritual books, right? Different books that you can read that connect you. Spiritual movies, anything, stories of the mystics. So basically, the question is, how can you look for these signs that our character is seeing all over the place that pull her out of the disappointment in humans and allow her to ascend to a higher consciousness where she can start to tap into the fact that there is this divine love here present for her. So that was the questions for the intro, chapter one. We will get back to this, and I have my trusty journal full of notes from the book, and we will do this. And I would love to hear if you have answers to these questions that really stood out in the comment section below, so we can start a discussion, giving each other ideas and support in this journey of connecting, opening our hearts, feeling the divine love within us and all around us, just like our character does in the book, falling in love with God. So thank you for joining me, and if you were here till the end, please definitely leave a comment saying something about the book, something about the video that you liked, and I would love to know that I was not here alone, that we're doing this together. And please know that you are so appreciated and loved for who you are right now. You are a divine being. So many blessings, and we'll see you in the next book study.